Hey guys, so I got some messages today asking me because a lot of people follow Will Johnson, right? So I got some messages today asking me what the hell was going on, right? And I've never had any problem with him or Ben Bergquam, I did warn Ben in the very beginning that there was something about this Tijuana guy that kept calling all of us that I didn't really like. He was too persistent, right? He was so persistent that it was just weird, And the way he went about doing things was also kind of weird. I don't like sneaky people, and he started being very sneaky since the beginning. So for those of you who don't understand what's going on, there was an interview that somebody sent me yesterday where just a very short clip where I guess Oscar Oblu is trying to play victim, and claim that he's been having to deal with me from what he says, right? And what he forgets to tell Will Johnson, for those of you who want to forward him this video, and I'm gonna maybe post it myself on his timeline and not on his timeline but on his post, and maybe send it to him. Is that for 2.5 years, Oscar ran a 2.5 year smear campaign against me. And he may deny it, and he may claim that he has nothing to do with it. I mean, eventually you're going to have to come clean, Oscar. You were behind a terrorism campaign against me for 2 years, collaborating with a radical Democrat, a very radical Democrat. And, I know that legally you don't come into America and you can't be summoned at a court in America and be given a lie detector, But you ran a 2.5 year smear campaign against me with the intention of destroying my life. Why don't you tell Will Johnson that, instead of being a coward and playing victim? So then, I ran into you in Tapachula and I confronted you because that's what any normal person with dignity would do. I confronted you, and I only during my confrontation with you, I only asked you why you called me a prostitute. That's pretty much it, and why you said that I flirted with you, because technically those are kind of the only things that I can pinpoint directly to you. But come on, you were behind the 2.5 year smear campaign against me. That that you orchestrated with the intention of destroying my life and my future. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. I don't know exactly what's going to happen to your partner in crime in this, which was this Trump-hating Democrat, this America-hating Democrat by the name of Cindy Gomez. We are, in some ways, in some aspects, beyond the statute of limitations when it comes to her. Not all, some. I guess the ones that matter or not. And whether it is that way or however, I'm sure, people always get what they deserve, I know that she already at some point got very sick after doing what she did to me. She even published it, so it's not like I'm guessing it, But yeah, why don't you tell Will Johnson what you did? And why don't you stop playing victim? Eventually you're going to be, if you think I'm exposing you now, you haven't seen anything yet. That's why I told you 2 years ago, take down those videos, tell the truth. Just say, we orchestrated this and we were wrong for doing it. We were having fun, We were having fun at the expense of terrorizing someone because we thought that someone was so weak that we would destroy her. I mean, and what you did wasn't anything light. What you did was actually very, very, very extreme. I don't think many people in the world have experienced what I have experienced as far as online bullying, cyber harassment, cyber everything. As much as I have, and it was mainly in part, mainly due to you, and so you should come clean instead of crying to Will Johnson and telling him you're a victim, and whatever his reasons are for suddenly reacting now. I don't know. Like I said, it could be because of his friends. It could be because you're really crying victim. What are you afraid of? I mean, it's very simple. You delete those videos and we move on and you tell the truth. Why are you afraid of telling the truth? Why are you afraid of telling people that I'm not a human trafficker and I'm not a prostitute and I'm not a homewrecker? Why wouldn't you just tell the truth and say, we just made it all up? We made it up. We made up that we knew about her life when she was 22 years old. We just made it all up. And then, because here's the thing, by you, I think what you're afraid of now is that I asked you very, very politely 2 years ago, just take those videos down. I mean, you're wrong. It's like when you were trafficking drugs. You were wrong. Eventually you got caught, right? So it would be like me giving you a warning before you get caught. Like if somebody would have told you back then, hey, Oscar, stop trafficking drugs. Look, you've gotten away with it 20 times. But there's going to come a time where you're going to get caught, right? Wouldn't you go back and not do it? Sorry. Wouldn't you go back and not do it, and avoid getting arrested and all of that? Sorry, I'm driving, so I'm not going to be holding the phone, obviously. Wouldn't you go back and not do it, and avoid getting deported from the greatest country in the world? Well, it's the same thing now. Wouldn't it be better to just come clean and tell the truth? I mean, you were wrong, what you did was a criminal act, and if it was really truly investigated, and they investigators actually did something about it, you could probably go to jail for this. Obviously, it's been a while and everything else, but wouldn't it be better for your own, putting your ego and your pride aside and just saying, what, I was wrong. I will take him down. I will tell the truth. And then I think that would be the end of it, for me anyway, because you were wrong. You were wrong and it was wrong. Sorry, again, this whole story is not that good, and I can't be holding the phone and driving. You were wrong. And when somebody's wrong, if they keep being wrong, eventually they're going to get caught. So, if I were you, as I told you a few days ago, I would tell the truth. It's so simple, just tell the truth. Do the honorable thing, go back and say, I was behind those videos. I hired that woman, she's my friend, and together we orchestrated those videos. And I even funded her, because I have screenshots of you funding her during those videos. And taking responsibility, I know that you've recently tried threatening me and everything else, and what is that going to do? Like I said, me and my family can actually, I can come into America whenever I want, and as far as my family, they can too, all of them. Every single person in my family can move to America, and if they feel in danger by you, because I have your threats and some recent threats that we got over the phone, they could even request literally political asylum, literally, because you're dangerous, and we know that. I don't have to, I'm an American citizen. But why go through all of that? Wouldn't it be better to just tell the truth? Because what you're going to try to do, if I keep exposing you, is you're going to come after me. You already have. So why, instead of me continuing to expose you about what a liar and a con artist and a criminal you are, why not come clean and say, I was wrong. I was wrong for doing what I did. I shouldn't have done that. And why don't we all move on? And I keep on, trying to come up with stories at the border and whatever else, because I don't know that there is much more left. Nobody else really wants anything, they want to see some of the stuff that goes on at the border, and just leave it at that, instead of continuing to stick to your ego and to your pride, and leave that out there. We're not going to let you destroy us, because you refuse to tell the truth. Neither me nor my family are going to live in fear, because we want what's right. You came after me, you came after my family, you came after my friends, you came after my animals, you came after my animal shelter for years. And all the videos are there. That's why I think you should do the right thing and not only delete them, but also tell the truth about who's behind them. Again, you had no reason to come after my family and my friends, or me, really. I never did anything to you. And you should tell Will Johnson that. You should tell Will Johnson that you put out a 2.5 year long smear campaign against me instead of playing victim with Will Johnson. That's really what you should do. Wouldn't it be better to just delete those videos and tell the truth instead of creating this big war that again, we have to protect ourselves. We're not going to let you kill us, and we're also not going to let you get away with having hundreds and hundreds of lies about us on the internet. We're not, because the way you orchestrated it, it was criminal. And unfortunately, sometimes, unless people watch from beginning to end, and that's why you went from 10,000 views to 2 views on those videos, is because people caught on to you. But unless you followed it from beginning to end, some of this crap people actually believe. Like when you said that I was friends with Ivan Riebling, or whatever the hell his name was. He's now dead. But I have no idea who the guy was. I took a picture at a rally with some random guy who was dressed with a cool outfit. And you made up an entire soap opera claiming that I was friends and associates with this criminal, with a terrorist, because I believe that's what he was. Again, he died of COVID apparently, or he was killed or something. I don't know. But so you really think I'm gonna let those stories be out there when I know they're absolutely false, and continue to go from message to message, explaining myself and explaining everything that you do? And wouldn't it be better to say everything that was put out by this Mexican woman, or she's not really Mexican, she's, I guess, American. I guess she was born in America, but this Mexican or this American of Mexican descent, or whatever I don't even know what she is, honestly, by the name of Cindy, also known as Detective Tamales. Wouldn't it be better to say, I was behind it, we were wrong for doing what we did, we targeted people that never did absolutely anything to us, such as Paloma's friends, such as her family, we lied about her, we brought on fake witnesses, and then removing as much as you can off the internet and moving on with your life. Again, we're not going to let you kill us. We're not going to stay in Tijuana waiting for you to find us and send some, cartel member, one of your buddies, because I'm sure you have a lot, to come and kill us for $50. That's not going to happen, but because we're not going to let you do that doesn't mean that we're going to, again, and I say we because you came after a lot of people that never did anything to you. You literally targeted people that have never even been on the internet to target you or to have any sort of communication with you. And you thought it was really funny, it was a terror campaign. and it was wrong. And I think what you need to do is you need to come clean, you know, again, instead of waiting, such as when you waited to get caught for drug trafficking. You know, I mean, you did it once, you did it twice, you did it 5 times, you did it 10 times. Eventually you got caught and you went to prison and you destroyed your life, because right now you could be an American citizen. You know, you could literally 20 years later, you could be an American citizen. And, but instead you're a deported drug trafficker who lives in Mexico daydreaming of eating hamburgers at In-N-Out, you know? So again, one more time, you should come clean. You should delete those videos. You should tell the truth, you know, tell the public that you were behind them and that they were false, you know. And if anything is real in those videos, I mean, I think you know what's real and you know what's not. And I think 99% of it is false, you know. I didn't date any woman in New York. You made a whole show about it. I mean, she withdrew her charges, for God's sakes. You know, she took responsibility. You know, you made an entire show about me having a restraining order by a woman that I supposedly, according to the court records, dated. I'm not gay, and neither is she. She took responsibility and withdrew the charges, even though she committed perjury at some point. But, I mean, that alone shows responsibility. Withdrawing charges from a court, it shows responsibility. You know, even though she created a monster that now she's going to have a really hard time stopping. And unless she comes clean, then I'm going to have to address that as well. But, I mean, you know, this Leone page, they directly blamed her for being the creator of the page. You know, I mean, that's how much conflict you guys have with, internal conflict you have within your group. Wouldn't it be better to delete the videos, tell the truth? Oscar, tell the truth. It's so simple, you know. Say, I orchestrated a long smear campaign against Paloma for Trump. It was false. I had a blast doing it, trying to ruin her life, slandering her friends, her family, terrorizing her, trying to get her to commit suicide, and doing all the things that you did. And I collaborated with this person and this person and this person and this person, and then just moving on, you know. I don't know how this is going to end, you know, because again, I know that the more that I expose you and the more action that I take against you, such as the legal action that I'm going to take against you for lying about me recently in Tapachula, Mexico, with the media, I know that's going to drive you crazy. So obviously, I'm going to have to seek safety. You know, you're dangerous. I know that. You know, I know that. I know you. I do know what's up. What's up? Is that how you pronounce it? You know what's up. You know, yeah. You know what's up, right? You know what's up. Yeah, I do know what's up. I know that you are dangerous. I do know. But so before we have to take this any further, why wouldn't you come clean, tell the truth? And that it's going to hurt for a while, you know, because what you did was really wrong. And then just move on, you know. Take the videos down, take responsibility, expose, you know, tamales, expose whoever was on the tamales show, break it all down, you know, maybe make a couple videos, you know, maybe you should break the silence and tell the truth. And then just put it behind you and move on, you know. We are, we're not going to let you get away with having all this fake and false content about us, my friends, my family, my animals, on the internet, you know. And again, I don't have the time to go back and not to go back, but to address each issue individually with each person, you know, and explain over and over and over and keep flooding my pages with drama. I'm not going to do that, you know. You're going to get sued. You're going to get sued for all kinds of money. I'm going to get the best criminal attorneys after you in Mexico for everything that you've done. And your response to that, because it's going to drive you crazy, is that you're gonna try to have me killed, because that's how you are, that's how you handle things. And that's not going to work out well for you, because all we're asking nicely and diplomatically and respectfully of you is to tell the truth and take down the content that was criminally created by you and your friend Cindy and every witness that you had on that show for 2.5 years, with the intention of destroying my life. So anyway, stop playing victim with Will Johnson and with everybody else. You're not a victim. You're not anybody's victim. And again, this is just the beginning. I told you 2 years ago that I would focus on whatever I needed to focus on, and then eventually I would come back and I would circle back, kind of like the press secretary at the White House, but I actually do circle back. And again, I'm once again being very polite and asking you to tell the truth, asking you to do what's right. Nobody's threatening you, nobody's anything. Tell the truth. You were behind it, and take responsibility. That's all. So simple, And I mean, you do have sort of a problem communicating sometimes, but I'm sure you wouldn't have that big of a problem making a couple of videos and saying, this was me. I did this, and I was wrong for doing it. And they accused Baldy of theft. They've majorly targeted Georgette. They majorly targeted every person that has ever supported me, or friends of mine who are not even on the internet that they found pictures of. They targeted my family. They targeted my animals. And now he's playing victim with Will Johnson, Georgette, believe it or not. So anyway, can you believe it, Georgette, after everything they did? So, Oscar, I can, we're making some changes. And again, I know you're going to try to find me, and you're going to try to have me killed, and you're going to try to do more santeria, and you're going to do, because that's the only way you know how to handle things, right? But I have a pretty strong feeling you're not going to succeed. God is on my side. I'm telling the truth. And Georgette has been a major victim of yours. Her husband recently passed away, and you have a page impersonating her husband who recently passed away. That's how sick in the head you people are. And you've targeted my dead stepfather. You've targeted my dead biological father. You've targeted my friends who are some of the most reputable and educated women out there with PhDs, and you've accused them of prostitution on those shows. I mean, you accuse me of terrorism, of human trafficking, of being an actress for the left, posing as a Donald Trump supporter, as an agitator. You've accused me of theft. You've accused me of fraud. You've accused me of animal abuse. You've accused me of witchcraft. The list goes on. You've accused me of falsifying documents, knowing it came from a movie channel. You accused me of arson, knowing it came from a movie channel that I have. Paloma, Los Angeles. Some of you knew my movie channel because I gave you the movie channel's name. And you've taken content from my movie channel. And you've accused me of living out of a P.O. box and then finding records of my physical residence. And you've accused me of having ties to human traffickers and terrorists. I mean, the list goes on. Georgette, and then a lot of you know so much more of it. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. And I told you it was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time, You saw your movie. Yeah. I mean, I've played all kinds of things in movies, Georgette. You've seen it. No, I never burnt down any house. I have a scene where I'm blowing up a house. It's a scene from a movie. No, I'm not an Afghan woman. I was in a movie. No, I don't traffic boats. It was in a movie. No, I didn't cross the border illegally. It was in a movie filmed at Pepperdine University in Malibu, you know, or whatever that is. And so you lied. So why not come clean? You know, why not come clean? Because, see, during that time, you took advantage of circumstances that are no longer in place. Those circumstances no longer exist. And you had your chance. You had your fun. And again, I feel now it's time to come clean. Oscar L. Blue, Sherry, I think it's time to come clean. Because again, neither myself, my friends, my family, I mean, I have some of my friends that are on those videos are actually going to co-fund a major lawsuit against you. You accuse them of prostitution and you don't even know their names. You don't know who these women are, you know? I mean, these women are, again, some of the most respectable, reputable women you'll ever meet. And you accuse them on a show watched by thousands of people of prostitution. And you don't even know their names. You don't know what they do for a living. You don't know who they are. And you targeted my family for no reason whatsoever. No reason. My family has never done anything to you. And you have the audacity now to tell Will Johnson that you are a victim of mine and that I am some crazy woman, or maybe that's not you. Maybe that's, again, maybe some other of his friends just, you know, playing along, which I don't think is also, I don't think it's a good idea either. I told you a couple years ago it wasn't a good idea what you were doing, and I think now you're starting to find out. Yeah, Tijuana is a war zone, but again, we're asking you, you know, I'm asking you on behalf of my friends, my family, my animals, to come clean and tell the truth. Just, you know, tell the truth. You were behind those videos. You were behind all those fake witnesses. You orchestrated it all. You were funding some of it. I have screenshots of you sending money during these criminal attacks that were made on me on the internet, because they weren't even shows. They were criminal attacks. And people who criminally attack are criminals. So what makes you think you're going to get away with that crime? It doesn't make sense. You didn't get away with the crime of drug trafficking. Why would you think you're going to get away with this crime? You got away with it long enough. How many times did you cross drugs into America before getting caught? Well, same thing here. It's been long enough, except you didn't get a warning before you got caught by Border Patrol at the border. You just got caught. And you got caught by a dog. That's why you hate dogs. But anyway, with me and my family and my friends, we are asking you politely to take down those videos and tell the truth, and prevent anything further. You know, any type of war between us. Because again, what do you think is going to happen when all those videos get presented before judges? You know, and I don't think that your associate Cindy has gotten away with it. Just so you know, I don't think that she has. So anyway, some of your associates even withdrew charges in court. Again, that shows at least some responsibility. You should do the same. You should come clean, tell the truth. And just do what's right, you know, instead of adding more fuel to the fire and playing victim in front of Will Johnson and other people. You ain't no victim. You're a thug. You're a former cartel member with all kinds of cartel acquaintances in Tijuana, because I know it's not that hard to have them. That's why I hardly go outside. You run into them every corner in Tijuana, pretty much. And for someone who was born and raised and has lived in Tijuana for the last 46 years, I'm sure, you know a lot of cartel people. So again, because things are moving along for us, we will most likely have to leave Tijuana, you know, and we're going to handle this through, obviously, attorneys, the law, you know. And no, you won't be able to kill us to try to stop us. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to kill us, you know. And as far as my animals are going to be fine, you know. And they're going to be safe, and they're going to be fine, and they're going to be taken care of. And I just, you know, I hope that, and I just hope that you do what's right, and that you don't go back one day and say, shoot, I should have done what was right, you know. I should have told the truth, you know. I should have taken those crimes. I mean, it's a crime what you did. I want you to understand that, you know. It's criminal harassment. People commit suicide over the stuff that you did. So wouldn't it be better to take it down and tell the truth, right? Raul saw it too, and Georgette saw it too, and thousands of people saw it. Wouldn't it be better to tell the truth and just put it behind you and expose, you know, Harim, Alexa, Christine, who else was on there? Darlene Farrow, all those people that lied, you know. I'm not an animal abuser. I don't steal money from people, you know. Nobody's ever questioned me about having a shelter. That was a lie. I didn't take thousands of dollars from Darlene Farrow. That was a lie. That's why she never provided any receipt. It was a bunch of made up BS that all of you kept throwing out there and hoping that it would stick. And maybe it didn't stick, and maybe, you know, it's people, you lost all credibility and people stopped watching you, but that doesn't mean it's not out there. And so anyway, and again, you know, to the people that committed perjury, because there's been, you know, a few, I also think they're going to have to come clean eventually, you know. I really do. So anyway, and then you created a hate group called Fraud at the Border, where Amy Sutton exposes you for creating that group. My God, it's just all